Hi, in today's lesson we're going to look into the quotient rule for differentiation. This is basically a follow-up from our previous video on the product rule for differentiation. Now, in the previous lesson, the product rule, you may notice that in the formula booklet, the formula is written in a slightly different way or different order. But I prefer to write the product rule for differentiation as if you were differentiating u v, then I prefer to write it as u dash v plus u v dash, whereas in the formula it's done the other way around. The reason why I'll prefer it this way is because it makes it easier for me to remember the quotient rule. The quotient for differentiation, as you can see above, is follow the same pattern as what I have here, but instead of a plus sign, we have a minus sign, and all I have to do is divide it by v squared, and then I have the quotient rule for differentiation. So if you differentiate a function where you have a fraction where the numerator is u and the denominator is v, all you do is u dash v minus u v dash, divide all of it by v squared, and then simplify the expression, and you have the differentiation done. Okay, let's start off with some simple questions to understand the mechanics of applying the quotient rule. So here we have y equals to 2x over x squared plus 5. The numerator of our function we're going to define as u and the denominator as v. So on the side you may wish to write down u equals to 2x, u dash equals to 2, v equals to x squared plus 5, therefore v dash equals to 2x. So all we have to do now is substitute our expressions into the quotient rule for differentiation and write the answer here. So this is equal to u dash v, you can see that's a u dash times v, so we have 2 multiplied by x squared plus 5 minus u v dash, that's our u, that's our v dash. You can see here that we can simplify just by looking at by multiplying them directly. So 2x times 2x gives us 4x squared all over v squared, and that's our v, so this is x squared plus 5 all squared. We have a version of the answer. All we have to do now is see if we can simplify the numerator. Simplify the numerator, so this gives us 2x squared plus 10 minus the 4x squared. So we can write this as 10 minus 2x squared all over x squared plus 5 all squared. And that's the first question complete. Let's have a look at the second question. Again, the numerator of a function is going to be u and the denominator as v. So we need to work out, let's write down u as cos x, u dash equals to minus sine x, v is equal to x squared, v dash equals to 2x. So substitute these expressions into the quotient rule and write them here. So we have u dash v, so u dash times v, so that gives you minus x squared sine x. Subtract the u v dash, so that's u v dash, that's 2x cos x all over v squared. So we have x squared, square that gives you x to the power of 4. Now again, look at the expression, see if you can simplify. We see that all the terms, or both terms in the numerator and the denominator, all have x's in them. The highest, so the common factor we could say is that both top and bottom has a factor of x as common. We can simplify by dividing everything on the top by x, dividing the denominator by x. So that expression simplifies to minus x sine x minus 2 cos x over x to the power of 3, and we could just leave the answer in this form. Moving on to our third question. You know what, I'll give you a minute to work this one out. You can pause the video, and when you're ready, press play. Okay, so now that you've had a chance to do this question, let's have a look. So the numerator is u, so u is sine 4x. So we can have u dash as 4 cos 4x. So here we had to use the chain rule for differentiation. Again, if you need to have a look at chain rule, you might want to go back and view the video on the chain rule. V is equal to x cubed and v dash equals to 3x squared. So substitute these into your quotient rule. So we have u dash times v, so u dash times v gives us 4x cubed cos 4x. You can see that as I'm multiplying them, I'm looking at the expressions and I'm straight away putting the expression in a simplified form. So 4 goes at the front, x cubed, and then 4x. Minus u v dash, so u times v dash, so I'm going to write 3x squared, followed by sine 4x, all over v squared. V is equal to x cubed, v squared will be x cubed squared, which is going to be x to the power of 6. If you look at the numerator and denominator, you can see that the top and bottom has a common factor of x squared. So that's x to the power 3, x squared, x to the power 6. You can divide the numerator and the denominator by x to the power of 2. So divide by x to the power 2, divided by x to the power 2. So we have 4x cos 4x minus 3 sine 4x over x to the power of 4. And that's complete.